Good evening and welcome back. My name is Jordan Kelly and I am with Working Aussies Homestead, and today we are going to go over our May budget as well as set up our budget for June 2021. Let's get started. We're going to start by going into our EveryDollar app, and it's going to pull up our May budget. So let's go through it. So we had some extra income this month. Josh and I did really good. We both set the goal for us as $1,500 each. Obviously, we smashed that. We also got a little bit extra from unemployment. The homestead, we did have a couple of costs this month and we did not quite make enough to consider it extra income, but that's okay because some of those costs we do not have to have ever again. So there's that. I did make just a little bit from dog training, and then we're going to go on through and just make sure everything's nice and cleaned up for the month. So we had all of our utilities, our mortgage, water, gas, electricity, trash, phone, storage unit. So our groceries, we did not go over, which is awesome. So we're just gonna clean that up, $153.33. Then we had gas. We only spent $287.09 of it, which is awesome. Again, we didn't go over on that one. Insurance, we did go $8.65 over on feed, but that was not too shabby considering that we bought a round bale as well as several bales of Timothy hay for our goats and our rabbits. So that was not bad at all. We had adobe, and then we also had some barn supplies. Food for the dogs was a little more this month, but again, not too bad. And then we had ASEA for $306.48 and $510.88 for Josh's loan. So the question is, up at the top, it says we have $1,237.93 left to budget. So we're gonna go crazy, because why not? And $1,000 of that is going to go onto Joshua's loan this month in June. And so $1,000 is going to be counted from the month of May. So let's go get started with June. So again, if you are new to the app, if you're new to our budget videos, EveryDollar is the app that we use, and what it does is when you go to create the next month's budget, it just moves everything over to try to make it nice and smooth for you so that you don't have to edit things. But we go through and edit anyways because that's how it goes for us, because our income is not a set amount. So we're gonna go back down here and we're gonna do $1,500 for Josh again. Then we are going to do $1,500 for me. And then we're gonna do $500 for unemployment. And we're gonna do $150 for the homestead. And then we're just gonna take, okay, so I'm almost gonna put this on here. So we're gonna change the name of dog training to our state tax refund because we did get that back and we're including it in this month's budget. All right. So in this instead is going to be, it was just over $2,000, but we're gonna have $2,000 be in our budget for the month. So now we're gonna go down. Our mortgage is still the same. Our water was still the same. Gas is still the same. Electricity, we saved a couple dollars, like $1. We saved like $1. All right, so $143.27 for that. The trash was the same, phone's the same, storage unit is the same. And we're gonna do $175 again for groceries. Gas, we're gonna do $300 again. And then insurance is still the same. We're gonna do $400 for feed. We should not go over that this month. Adobe is still gonna stay in there. The dogs, I don't have to buy as much food this month because we got an extra bag. So we're just gonna do $112.18. Assia, we're gonna do $159.92 because I had extra this month. All right, so here's where we're adding some things in because we have extra in our budget. So stay with me. All right, so on Josh's loan, what I'm putting in the budget is $15,1088, but we're gonna take an additional $1,000 from May's budget. So technically there's $25,1088 going in there, but for the sake of June's budget, I'm just putting $15,1088. And some other things, I'm gonna add these into the personal item box because these are things that we have added on that we have been waiting until we could squeeze them into the budget. So here's a couple things. We are going to do Ray's registration. I know, sounds funny. She's almost 11 months old. It's something that was not in the budget when we initially purchased her. And so now this one has a budget line item. So it's $408 to register her with ASCA and AKC. And then we are also going to put in here our registration for our goats. There is a lifetime registration and then also an extra fee for our farm name so that we can have a herd name when we register our own goats. And then also the registration for the goats we have now. So that is going to be $228. And then we have another awesome thing I'm super excited about. We are going to be getting a beef box from some friends who raise grass-fed beef. We have a friend going in on the beef box with us, so it's only going to cost us $200. And then something else super exciting, because it's a part of homesteading and, you know, we haven't done it for a while. We are going to order some chicks. And that is gonna be $89. There we have it. I think oh, I totally forgot. I act super excited about this, but I'm really not excited about this. So, back in April, we had a visit to the emergency room for me. I had an episode go on where I had partial facial paralysis and slurred speech. And long story short, we spent 30 hours in the emergency room. I started at one hospital and then had to take an ambulance to another hospital.
I guess we haven't done an update for a little while. I was brought to Duke Hospital in Durham around 8:30 and have since been waiting. Josh is outside because they won't let him back until I'm put in a room, and I had another episode about an hour ago, which is why my speech is slurred.
We had a bunch of tests ran, and as much as we would love to say that the focus while we were in the emergency room was my health, it really was thinking about how this would hit us financially. And as all things go up, they also come down. So we have been getting the medical bills in the mail, and the first one was $116. And so last month I went to go and look and just go ahead and pay it. And a second one had already been added, and we are up to over $1,500. So in true fashion, we are just going to set a base payment on it to set up payments for now, and then as we go along, pay that off as quick as we possibly can. At this point, we're still waiting for medical bills to come in. We had another document come in yesterday saying that we will have $4,300 more come in. So I still need to call insurance about that and figure that out because we do have a deductible on our insurance, and I'm very, very thankful that we do have insurance and we have jobs where we have health insurance. Super thankful for that. But anywho, so for the first 2 bills, the payment that was set up was $130.77. So that is now on there for the debt. Later on, I can go in and set up the total amount for it. That's where we're at right now. So we have $420.52 left to budget right now, as is for the month of June. That's adding some beef to our freezer. That's adding some meat chicks back onto the homestead. That's registering our goats and getting everything set up for that. Whew, it'll be a month. And we are taking a couple days off from work to celebrate my 26th birthday and our 3rd anniversary, and just kind of work around the homestead for a couple days and not worry about work. So that is what is in store for the month of June for us. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you have any questions or concerns, please make sure you leave them down in the comments below. As always, thank you so much today for going with me through our budget. We'll see you next time.